What's the difference between offers that rarely sell and the ones that fly off the shelves without any hesitation from the prospective client, regardless of the price? One that premium clients see and instantly say, "Oh my gosh, I'm in." Offers that are life changing, offers that are so good you can't wait to say yes. It actually feels like a gift. Well, in this episode, I'll talk about how you can make your highest price transformative offer a total no brainer so people are instantly saying yes. Now, hey, and welcome back to the Business Real Talk. Let me tell you, this conversation is overdue. It's one that I feel like I should have had a long time ago with you because in the past 13 years myself that I've been in business, I've been able to sell somewhere between 6 to 10 different offers. And some were amazing, some I regretted instantly. And these offers range anywhere from between $47 to $25,000. And the reality is, there is gold when we understand how to make an offer, regardless of the price point, but more specifically, when we're selling a high ticket, high transformation offer, making it so freaking known, the value, making it so much of a no brainer that people feel thankful for the fact that you created this offer. That, to me, is what changes the game in business. Now, in the pursuit of a perfect offer, I want you to understand that there's three key things that I believe create a no brainer offer. An offer that's just highly marketed, super pretty, all the bells and whistles, all that jazz, but it doesn't actually deliver on transformation. I don't care how expensive your offer is. I don't care how many things you've packed into it. If you're not driving transformation, it's not the perfect offer. So, what makes a no brainer offer in my world is that it's transformational and that it practically sells itself. It literally flies off the shelves. People are 100% all about it. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. The best thing on earth. And it's something that you can actually maintain. Because let's be real, if you can have a complete done for you offer that's killing your back end and making you feel like you hate your business, that's not a no brainer offer. Okay. It's about being highly transformational. Got to fly off the shelves and it's got to be able to be easily maintained for you and something that you enjoy delivering on. Now, I'm going to start with something that I kind of just need to get out of the way as we jump into this. I need to rant. I do not give a crap how many years you've been in business. I don't care how many certifications you have. I don't care how much money you've made in your business. If your offer is not transformationally driven, stop. Do not move forward. Do not even listen to this podcast episode. I don't want you to listen to what I'm saying here and apply it because your offer is first and foremost needs to be transformative. Okay. The last thing you want to do, and I'll explain to you the reasons why, not that I should, because I feel like you already should know this naturally, but over promising and under delivering, it's absolutely not going to be the answer to a no brainer offer, nor is it going to be the answer to a successful business long term. It's going to damage your reputation. It's going to burn the hell out of you because you're creating an offer that you're constantly stressed out about or you're getting refunds on. So I want to be clear, your offer needs to first and foremost actually deliver on the promise you are making. That is the most important thing. Does not matter the price point that it is, whether it's $250,000 or $250, you better be able to deliver on the promise that you're making. That is priority number one. And that's what comes first. So from that, now what I want you to understand is that you should absolutely be solving the problem that you are the strongest at. This shouldn't be something that you throw together because you believe it's going to make a lot of money. I'm sick and tired of hearing about all these people in the online space and in this industry in general, where we're taught to sell to what's going to make the most amount of money. Here's the deal. It's that if it's not in your strong suit, if you're selling something that's really outside of your zone of genius or is forcing you to have to fake it till you make it, that is not what we're going to be able to do to be successful long term. And I cannot tell you that in the last year, I don't know what happened, but I'm seeing so many people who used to be functional medicine doctors or healers or working on nervous systems and all sorts of different things that are now selling messaging as if that's the only way to make money because somebody taught them along the way that in order to be successful, you need to find this highly profitable niche. And the truth of the matter is, regardless of the transformation you deliver, you do not need to be someone else in order to make a crap ton of money. So if you've been told or you've created this limiting belief around that, I want you to first let go of that because I can guarantee you, absolutely guarantee you that I've worked with clients literally in hundreds of different niches across industries that are not make money niches that are massively successful because they understand how to speak to people based on the transformation they want. They didn't just give them what they thought they needed to. They actually created a solution to a highly known and highly bothersome problem. Now, I'm going to explain this more in detail in a little bit, but I want you to understand that. Now, your expertise and authority should be what leads into your offer. So, for example, if you're a mindset coach and now you're teaching business coaching, step away. Let's stay in our lane and do what you're good at and acknowledge the fact that there's 100% a way for you to successfully sell and make a crap ton of money as a mindset coach selling in a mindset offer. I have clients that are proof of that, have literally gone from $197 offers to $10,000 in the mindset niche, just to give you some background on that. There's absolutely a way to do it. And it all comes down to really understanding the things I'm about to share deeper in this episode. Now, last but not least, is I really want you to hone in and understand that there's no amount of marketing, no amount of you being this incredible marketer, posting 10,000 times a day, having a huge team, doing all of those things. None of those things will solve a leaky offer. So if you have a crappy offer, stop what you're doing, solve that first, because I will tell you, I have a client who came to me and she said, Nas, I'm ready to sell my offer. We said, okay, amazing. We got hundreds of leads. And guess what happened when she signed them into her group program? She had a complete meltdown, had to completely step away from her business because she felt like she couldn't deliver on the value. People were frustrated, all of these things. And I was flabbergasted because I asked her, why did you tell me that you had a successful offer if it wasn't set up to get results? Because if you're not getting results in your offer, stop trying to sell it for more. Actually, stop trying to sell it altogether. If I could be honest with you, I want you to take a minute, build out that foundation. If that means starting one to one, going back to the basics, amazing. I want you to ensure that you can create a sustainable business that lasts for years and years to come. So I want you to focus and prioritize having an offer that delivers transformative results first and foremost, because you will never look back in your business and ask yourself, I wish I didn't spend more time making sure that my offer was amazing and delivered incredible results. You're never going to question that, because not only are you going to get amazing results for your clients, they are going to continue to go share your offer with others, market for you, bring in more business, and shout your name from the proverbial online rooftop. You're going to have an offer that practically sells itself just from the fact that you've delivered results and been able to get those results consistently for your clients. Okay. So the only way to really start creating an offer that's a no-brainer starts with being able to deliver results. You need to hear that. Now, the next piece of the puzzle is that if you've got an offer, you say, I've got an amazing offer. My clients are raving. They're talking left, right, center about how incredible this is. But I just feel like I want better clients. I want more clients. I want it to be easier to get those clients into my world where they don't even question it. They aren't wondering whether or not they should invest. It starts off with understanding how to create a high selling big payoff. Okay. This is the second piece of the puzzle and why it's so freaking important for you to understand how to sell a high value solution. Now, regardless of the price of your offer, again, this could be that you're selling a $2,000 or $200,000 offer, does not matter. I want to be very clear on that because I know in our brains, we rationalize that, gosh, if I'm selling a really high priced offer, it's going to be totally different than if I sell a $2,000 offer. And the reality is, no, it does not. Regardless of the price, what I'm about to tell you remains the same. The payoff, that means what I'm getting on a return, that return on investment has to feel greater than the investment I'm putting into the program. If I feel like I'm putting $10,000 in, but I'm getting $1,000 worth of value out, I'm going to feel annoyed. I'm going to be frustrated and I'm probably not going to sign up altogether. But instead, if I feel like I'm putting $1,000 in and I'm getting $100,000 worth of value out of it, I don't even mean return on actual investment in terms of money. I mean, I actually feel like I'm getting something out of it. The payoff that I'm seeing and the way that you're solving my problem means that now your offer becomes a no-brainer. So let's give an example. Let's say that you're a wealth strategist, and right now, the payoff that you're selling is that you have an organized investment strategy. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. It also feels really freaking small. So my brain is instantly going to say that that small of a payoff should be linked to a small investment. See how we naturally do that? It feels like if something is too easy or too simple, or we feel like we could do that some other way, it's not revolutionary, it's not changing my life in a larger way, I'm going to associate that change with a smaller investment. So if you were to tell me that this was going to cost me, I'm going to have to invest $10,000, I'm going to say no. Versus if I'm selling a $10 million wealth accumulation strategy that shows you how to compound your assets with complete stock and real estate approach to funding your jet setter lifestyle, guess what? I'm like, holy shit, I'm in. Sign me up. Give it to me. Send me the invoice right now. The payoff to what you're doing needs to feel bigger than the investment that I am making. That is just what our brains naturally need to feel like it's a no brainer. Same goes if you offer a done for you service. Let's say, for example, you're a funnel developer and you're focusing on so much of the service itself. Right now, you're selling this complete funnel creation for $15,000. I'm going to question whether or not that's worth it, right? You're a commodity. But instead, if I'm buying an automated selling machine that allows me to run a lean team of two so you can have 90% profit margins and have a six-figure month all while sitting at the beach, guess what? There is a huge, massive shift. I could now easily charge $30,000 and someone wouldn't even bat an eye. They would 100% see the value in it almost instantly. Can you see the difference? Can you see how those two things look completely different and the value between them? You don't even question it. You're like, give it to me. I'm drooling versus the one where I'm like, that sounds good. Let me think about it. Let me come back to it. Let me ponder whether or not I really need to get this, whether or not I actually think this is worth it. So I'm going to give it to you real. Your brain, when you're going through this, is thinking, can I get it for cheaper? Is it really worth it? Do I even need this? Those are the questions I'm going through. So I'm going to tell you when someone says, I can't afford it, they're specifically saying, I don't see the value. Here's why. Because nobody is going to get on a call with you knowing that they're ready to invest in something and then say, I can't afford it. They might get on a call and not know how much the price point is, hear what the price point is, and say, all right, great. Let me go find out how to find that money. They're going to say, let me go get the reserves in order to achieve that. They're not going to get on a call with you knowing full well that they're ready to invest in something and then sitting on and saying, gosh, no, I don't want this unless they believe that the payoff doesn't match the investment. I feel like I could find it for cheaper. I feel like I could just hold off. I feel like this isn't really what I need. It's not that revolutionary. I'm not going to do it. So here's the deal. When it comes to understanding the payoff, first and foremost, your payoff needs to be larger than the investment. It needs to be that your payoff is greater than the amount I'm investing. It needs to feel like, holy crap, I'm going to get a steal of a deal for what I'm getting. And it feels like you're almost getting some cheat codes, right? And it's not about, I'm getting a lot of calls, features, and benefits, all that stuff that people pack their offers with. That's not it. It's the actual payoff of what I'm going to be able to achieve as a result of this. Now, the key to this is that it needs to be measurable and it needs to speak to desire. So notice that in both of the explanations that I gave to you that you can go back and listen to, one was a very broad overview. I don't really know what I'm getting. It sounds interesting, but is that really a desire? And it's not measurable versus in both of my second options that I shared with you, they were both measurable, meaning I'm going to be able to know that I'm going to get a lean team of two and have 90% profit margins with six-figure months, right? Or I'm going to be able to have a $10 million accumulation strategy. And even if I took away the $10 million accumulation strategies and just said I get an accumulation strategy that allows you to compound your assets with complete stocks and real estate approach, that is actual measurable thing that I'm able to see. And then the desire is that I get a jet setter lifestyle, right? And the other one, it's that I get six-figure months while sitting on the beach. I'm combining those two pieces together. This is what creates that deep resonance that makes people go, holy crap, yes, I'm in. It's when you can make the payoff so powerful, so measurable, so well understood that it actually makes someone feel stupid not to say yes. Now, the third and final piece is that you're giving them an advantage. Okay. I've said this like a million times. You're going to hear me say a million more times because this is absolutely the hill I will die on. If someone can compare you, they will. Okay. Your absolutely best way to be able to become a no brainer solution is to understand that where innovation is scarce is where competition becomes fierce. Selling this big idea, like we painted the whole big picture, these huge payoffs. If I sell this big idea, but I can't actually show them how to get there, AKA your advantage, that's called hype marketing. And we're not about that. We're not here for hype marketing that's selling a dream where we can't actually show them how they get there because you want that sophisticated audience. Trust me when I say the sophisticated audience is completely the game changer. Having high intent people is the difference between having a hype audience who buy because they're coming in just to ask for refunds, or the people who complain and they make your life a living hell. And they're the people who don't do the work because they didn't realize that it was actually going to take work to get there. They just bought the hype. You do not want that. You want people who are going to come in, they're going to dig in their heels, and they're going to say, I'm 100% ready. This is exactly what I need to get me started. I'm in. They are fully committed. They do the work. They're your best clients ever, and they talk about you to anyone and everyone who will listen. It feels like you're not even really working because these are the best clients ever. So I need you to understand that we're not here for hype marketing that brings in the wrong type of people. And more importantly, it's not just going to get you those results that you want long term. Hype marketing works temporarily, not long term. We're not here for that. So what we need to understand is, how do we create your advantage? It starts by understanding that there are two questions that your audience's brain naturally goes through, whether they're making a decision to buy a $20 subscription or buying a $20,000 mastermind. And it needs to be that we can answer this. It's, how does it happen? And why does this matter? I want you to write that down. Now, if you're driving, don't, but how does this happen? And why does that matter? Because right now, if I'm 100% honest with you, you're probably a commodity. You're a solution. You're not the solution, you're a solution, which means this is where people will come in and say, people are buying because of me or my personality. No, that's not the case. If you're the only solution, people are buying because they know your method is the only way for them to get the result they want. And we want people to be able to instantly understand that. Now, the problem is, right now, we've been told that you just need to share your value, get people to see that massive value that you bring, make it super crystal clear. You just need to speak to what you're doing, make it so that people can damn near instantly know that you provide the exact transformation they need. And in my head, I'm like, no shit, Sherlock, that's amazing. That is what I call undeniable value. The problem is, how the heck do I actually do that? That has been the mystery. And I feel like everyone talks about making your value known, but no one ever tells you how to actually do that. Now, the current solutions are that we're giving too much information, where we're overwhelming the crap out of people. And now you've positioned yourself as a commodity, AKA one of many solutions, or you're giving too little information. Talk about these 4-minute long VSLs and, just trying to get people on a call just to share how much money you're making. And it gets to a point where you, as the expert, start to feel like somehow you have to prove yourself. Because damn it, if people could just touch, if they could feel, if they could experience your work, they would get it. They would understand that you have an approach that would absolutely change their lives and revolutionize what they're doing. If you're nodding along saying, yeah, that's me, like, I need you to listen to this. This is why you lead with your method. I'm going to say this over and over and over again to you. You need to stop selling mechanisms. You need to stop selling services. You need to stop selling the crap that makes you look like everybody else. I recently shared this on Facebook the other day, where I said, we're not selling that you're Reiki healing. That's the mechanism that you're using. We're not selling chiropractic care. We're not selling your coaching. Those are all the mechanisms that you use to leverage and create the outcome. You are selling your method, because your method is what's going to do the selling for you. You're not just another Reiki healer. You're not just another chiropractor. You're not just another coach. You've got a method that absolutely can do the selling for you. A method that showcases how you get your clients results without actually needing to prove or overwhelm people with too much information. Your method is what makes you the unmatched only solution. I'm talking about a true market of one. So you know that we're going to say it's not just about some random method. It's about having what we call innovative gap methodology. It's that we didn't just create innovative gap methodology as another fancy way to do marketing. It's about completely changing the face of how you actually communicate your value to the world, where you create notoriety, where you become the unmatched solution, where people come to you with crystal clarity, complete confidence, inbound running to you, chasing after you. You become the it girl of their life, because they know that there is no other option out there. You are the one and only solution. So you can go from selling a $600 offer to selling a $60,000 offer, like my client Aaron did. No joke, it literally removes the hesitation that your brain that's saying, can I charge this? But it's also removing that hesitation from your prospective client saying, is this even worth it? Because people will happily pay when they believe that you are the gift, you are the no-brainer only solution, you're heaven sent. You're the only way they know that they can get that result. How the heck do we do this? So the first and foremost thing is that we need to understand the gap. Far too many of you are just out there throwing stuff out without actually doing the research, without understanding the market, without knowing your competitors, without understanding what people are desperately needing and what's not working. It starts there. Because when we do such a deep dive on this is where we actually figure out what we're solving for. So not only does this make your marketing and sales easier, but it also makes it where you can create innovation in a space where you become the true market of one innovator. Because guess what? Cirque du Soleil understood the gap in the market was that There was nothing where people can go watch acrobatics in a really beautiful showcase that didn't include animals, that wasn't geared towards lower class, but was tailored to business class, was tailored to a high end market. They understood that. And just like Netflix understood that people were tired of paying late fees, they wanted a better way. Those people didn't need to know how to do that. They just needed to know they wanted a better way. They were sick of those late fees. It's your job as the business owner to understand that gap. If you do not understand that gap, that is the first piece of the puzzle after having your offer that's actually transformative to creating a no brainer offer. The second piece is solving the known and unknown or unseen problems. Here's the reality: most people come to me with known problems. Things like 99% of the time, they believe they need more leads or they need to automate selling. Literally, those are the things that people come to me for. Now, what I want to be able to say is that yes, we're going to solve for those known problems. Now, of course, we want to be able to speak to and resolve those known problems that they have. But the reality is, they also need to be able to acknowledge and see those unseen and unknown problems, the things that they don't actually realize are needed in part of their process. Because guess what? They're not the expert. It's not their job to wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I need X, Y, and Z in order for my business to be successful, or I need X, Y, and Z to be finally be able to maintain my weight loss. If they knew that, they wouldn't need you, right? Like, it's our job as the expert, as to be able to come in with as a knight in shining armor, to have the perfect solution that solves not only their known problems, but also be able to say, guess what? You're also missing this. This is actually what's been going to be able to give you the results you want and create even 100 times better results if you understood this. Now, the last and final piece is creating a connection between the desire and the solution. Now, you're an expert. I can guarantee without a shadow of a doubt that if I sat here and asked you, what do people need to do in order to achieve XYZ result? You'd be able to create a list a mile long of all the things they need to do because you understand that. You are the expert. But the problem is, and where most people struggle with, is that you don't actually know the desire that you're solving for. Because guess what? They probably don't want the weight loss plan that you know they need. They probably don't want the funnel strategy that you know is going to make their business easier. Instead, they want the result that that provides, the desire that they have around it. It's your job as an expert to be able to create a bridge between the desire and the need that those people have. Once you have all three of those pieces, they need to work together so that it actually gets people to say, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? I only wish that I met you sooner, which, by the way, is our actual exact words that myself and my clients have heard countless time on sales calls with clients, because it's like this weight gets lifted off their shoulder. There's no hesitation, no wondering if this is going to work, no trying to figure out, is this worth it? They're so freaking sold that saying yes is the no brainer only option. They will say, hell yes. They will pay you happily, excitedly, because this is the solution they have been waiting for. But it needs to have those things. And that's why I'm such a big believer behind the Easy Yes method. The Easy Yes method was created to create instant no brainers. It starts by winning the market. We're not here to talk about how to compete in saturated markets, which we know is only happening more and more by the minute. And I'm not here how to show you to stay top of mind, because that's a long-term losing game. Instead, I'm going to show you how to revolutionize your market. I'm going to show you how to create a true market of one where you are unmatched, you are incomparable, you are the only solution, the one that people are so thankful for that they'll happily pay you double, if not more, to work with you because of the fact that you've solved a huge, major problem in their lives with an innovative approach. So, how do we do this? We use what we call our innovative gap methodology. Together, we create with you this innovative gap methodology that clearly solves for the major gap in the market and connects the dots between all those other things I mentioned above, which is we're going to solve the problems. We're going to connect the desires and solution. It's going to feel like an instant no-brainer for your audience. So they're coming into your world saying, heck yes, I'm ready and willing to pay 5 to 10 times more just to work with only you, because that's the only option. There's no other option out there. Now, once we've done that and we have that in place, and now it's about automating conversions, because you don't want to be the sole source of how people get to that yes. Because even with launches or DM conversations, I want you to actually be able to be going out and enjoying your life. I want you to hang out with your kids. I want you to take summers off. I want you to do all the things that you wanted to be able to do and have options, have the ability and the freedom, so that when we are able to automate that conversion process, and the way that we do this is by actually allowing people to make decisions in a bingeable way. And that happens by having the right information set along the right process. We call this the bingeable decision process, because when we give people only the right pieces of information that they need to make those micro decisions, they're able to binge their way to a yes so that they can sell themselves, no pressure, no convincing. They're an instant yes. This is the second piece of the puzzle. Now, the third and final piece is what we already talked about at the beginning of this conversation, which is that you're actually delivering results. It's the happy client machine where you're driving success for your clients at scale so that whether you sign 10 clients or 100 clients, your clients are ranting and raving about the success they've had in your programs, and they become your most valuable asset because they're sharing your work with the world, sharing what you've done. So they become your raving marketing team, telling anyone and everyone that will listen about how incredible what you've done. So you can continue to scale a business without it falling apart, because the last thing you want to do is have a ton of clients coming in, but not being able to deliver on that in the back end, because your reputation should precede you. So if you've been nodding your head the whole way, I want to invite you to a call. I know that it can oftentimes feel scary getting on a call because you're like, I don't want to be in a high pressure situation. That's not what we do. What instead I want to do is get on a call on this growth optimization call. You and I will sit down, have a conversation about what you're currently doing in your business, where I see the biggest opportunity points are, and exactly what you can be doing to be able to solve for that. And if I think it makes sense, I'll share with you how the ETS method could be applied within your business so that you can create a highly profitable and scalable business that doesn't eat away at your time. So head on over to easyesleads.com/call to book your call right now. But if you have questions, you're on the fence, you're feeling a little nervous, go ahead and send me a DM on social media across every platform at Next Level Up CEO. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions or chat with you in the DMs if that's more comfortable for you. If you're new around here, first of all, welcome. We're so excited to have you. But we also just want to take a minute to invite you to check out the Netflix Effect series that breaks down how we use this three-part system to get your leads to sell themselves using the Netflix Effect. So head on over to easyesleads.com to check out the free bingeable miniseries. As always, we love and appreciate if you could take a quick minute out of your already busy day to rate and subscribe this podcast. Head on over to your favorite platform and just leave a rating so that we can be able to change more lives with getting experts being seen and known as the only solution in their market. So I would love and appreciate if you could just take a quick second out of your already busy day to do that. But until next time, here's to keeping it real.